Hello.
Thank you very much. That's all we've got. Thank you.
Thank you everyone for coming to the panel. Also, thank you for everyone who is sitting here who made me right when I said if we give the t-shirts in advance, they won't all leave. So thank you very much. So we're the team working on Warhammer Online Wrath of Heroes. We work at BioWare Mythic, one of the newest studios in the BioWare family. And we've been working on this game for a little while, and I want to give you kind of a brief overview of what it is. Let's start. Ooh, PowerPoint?
Good start.
Yeah. Thank you, Paul.
Did you check the batteries?
We tested it.
Oh.
We tested it at highly effective A/B testing. Oh. There we go. All right.
Back up.
So the idea behind the game is to do fast combat. One of the things that everyone really liked in Warhammer Online was our scenario gameplay. And one of the things that people said about Warhammer Online was, I don't have the time, I don't have the money, I like the game, I really want to keep playing it, but I can't invest in it. And so we wanted to provide an experience for them without changing kind of what it is that hardcore Warhammer fans love about Warhammer. We didn't want to dilute the game, the RVR game. Paul? Major change to the game was the concept of 3 teams. That was something we learned from Dark Age of Camelot. And we have our little Dark Age of Camelot.
With a t-shirt.
He's wearing a t-shirt, yeah. Woo! Dark Age of Camelot, by the way, is 10 years old this year. And still going strong. And there's a team hard at work on some cool 10-year stuff, so I may have spoiled that, sorry. So anyway, 3 teams, 6v6v6. No, we don't have any weird kind of thing about that. Just 6, we like 6 players, 3 teams.
You don't have anything weird about it.
Well, you're just weird, Paul. 15 minutes. So one of the big things for us was a lot of people on the team, actually I tell this story about Amber's husband. She lets him play an hour every night. Because they've got 2 kids, and if he plays more than an hour, she's mad. And he really loves League of Legends, and he gets 1 game in, and then if he loses, he comes the next day, and he's cranky. And so she's mad, and he's mad, and it's a mess. So we decided to put a 15-minute gameplay session so that you could get a few sessions in if you have 2 kids, and you're giving me a look. Sorry, let's share your personal life. Obviously, focused on teams. One of the big things also we borrowed with great love from games like Team Fortress 2, the idea, you kind of roll into a game and you don't have a superior matchup. The other team brought the healers and you forgot the healers. So we allow you on death to choose to any one of the heroes that you have in your arsenal. We have unique heroes that were not available in Warhammer Online. So for example, one of the heroes that we're showing, and we're going to show you a little more about her tonight, is Nethys, the vampire. So we're going to be able to show you some cool heroes. And tonight, I don't know if you guys saw this in the program other than content to be announced, but you will be able to vote on the next hero that we're working on. So competition focused, leaderboard focused. This is all about jumping in, jumping out, being the best, getting in, getting out. And also, it's a client download, but it's going to be under a gig. So a low commitment, 3-way. If you know what I mean. A 15-minute 3-way. I probably should have done this first, but the game is more important than we are. But let's talk about the team who is sitting up here, who's going to tell you about it. This is Paul Barnett, our creative director. Woo! My name is Carrie Guskos. I did not write my own title, but Amber, thank you. And then we have Amber Turner, a senior designer, Nate Levy, senior designer, and Ken Hawley, who brings us burritos every Monday. The most important job of all. So the main purpose of this was to give you guys an insight into how we build and design heroes. Paul, is there anything you want to share before we get into it?
I don't agree with marketing banning the tagline, "Everyone loves a 3-way." I thought it would have been a good one, but no, other than that, I'm fine. Yeah,
we have "Everyone loves a 3-way" shirts that we wear, but we're not allowed to give out to you guys, sorry.
Boo!
That's our marketing guy if you want to.
Move this man.
Sorry. He's a wonderful marketing guy. We love him. Anyway, so we're going to kick it off to the designers, where Paul and I will probably derail at some point because that's what we do.
So when we're looking at heroes to create, there's two primary ways that we decide who and what to do. One is, what do we need? Is there a hole? Is there an imbalance somewhere that we need to address? The other side of that is, what would be fun? What would somebody like to play? So the first thing, what do we need? Let's talk about Korath.
So for example, in our testing right now, we have a Shadow Warrior character named Korath, who was absolutely slaughtering people left, right, and sideways. It was pretty horrible. He was topping the leaderboards every time. But he was great to play. He was fun. He was awesome. We actually tried to nerf him, and he was just no fun anymore. And
Except for the fact where he's a high elf.
What, you don't like high elves?
No.
What I like about it was the moment of realization. They said, gee, the guy who hits people from a long way away with little tiny arrows seems to be killing everyone. And I was there going, funny that. And when the big fat sluggy orc can't get to him, he pin-cushioned. It's almost like we should, I don't know, stop him shooting people from a long way away with almost invisible ammunition that's endless.
But that was no fun. We wanted him to be fun.
Yeah.
So
Funny
in
that
this
the elves
case-
complained as soon as they started losing.
Yeah. So in this case, in order to fix the problem with Korath, we decided to introduce a new character who would effectively counter him. Instead of nerfing him, we just gave you more options, since you can switch heroes anyway. If the other team brings a lot of Korath, then you switch to Coralie the Dark Elf, who has insane amounts of dodge. He can't hit her worth anything. She runs up, she slices him from top to bottom, and that's the end of that. So occasionally we introduce new heroes because they fit what they fill a gap that the game needs, and they let us fix balance issues without nerfing characters.
So we don't have to worry about that. Like I said, we get to concentrate on what would be fun. How about a troll? Yes. That'd be great. Just running around vomiting all the time, killing people. Oh, farting as well.
Yes.
Eating people. Or maybe a dryad. Dryad could be cool too. In fact, when we started looking at the dryad, we realized we had all of this art to pull from.
We were actually trying to do skins for the dryad, and we realized we can do seasons because they're trees.
Ooh.
And that actually came up with a pretty cool idea for a character for him.
So, we also, no game would be complete without a dwarf of some sort. So dwarves are always fun to play.
Oh, and also when we were checking, we
So pay no attention to the squig.
we did check at one point to see whether or not a snotling could hold a great weapon. It can.
Yep. Just. Okay, squig.
Is that the...
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's actually that was a cake.
They made on Ace of Cakes.
Made by Ace of Cakes,
Yeah.
which then people came and ate. And it's actually bigger than Duff.
It
But
was
then again-
actually about yay high. It's pretty cool.
Well, actually, most things are bigger than Duff from Ace of Cakes.
Oh.
No, it's true. Everyone got a piece. Everyone turned up at Games Day. Games Day, Baltimore.
Baltimore.
Got a piece of squid cake. Sorry.
Continue. We're derailing. Continue.
On a segue.
March 4th. Terry 4th.
So the reason this is here is to illustrate a point. It's really easy to say, make a Slayer. It's another thing entirely to figure out, okay, I need to have a suite of abilities, he needs to behave a certain way, I need to implement him and then pull in art. It's sort of like somebody figuring out how to make 50 pounds of a squid cake with infrastructure and is held up on 2 little legs. So it's a little similar. Maybe not, I thought so. So, all right, hero, Okay, Savage Orc. Hero appearance. The base of any hero's appearance is the model. So we decide what they look like underneath it all. Then we put in the armor. Yeah. But wait. It gets better. We put in the weapons. Oh yeah. So we work with the artist to make sure it's the best it can possibly be. Usually we have a big stable of art to draw from. So usually we're painstakingly making edits and from what already exists. But If nothing exists, then we make it from scratch.
I think basically we went, you know what? If you play the MMO, we have to give you all this equipment as you adventure, and it's a neat thing to do. But let's just get rid of the boring crap and just give people cool shit to wear. And then we found out we had all this like extra armor from ancient tiers and obscure quests. It was like, let's give them the obscure cool shit to wear. So it worked out quite well. We got loads of things wearing cool shit really quick. Actually, that was pretty much the creative direction. Could we do the cool shit really quick? I think that actually covers combat, winning, armor. I think that might have been my only contribution.
3 teams.
3 teams. Oh, I did that. Oh, I stole that from Dark Age.
Woo, Dark Age!
So yeah, that's part of the cool shit really quick.
So the other side of the hero are the abilities.
Yeah, as we've said, every hero has 5 abilities that are unique to that hero. They're carefully built to do exactly what that hero needs in order to play their role in the game. So for example, Korth the Archer has a whole lot of single target focused high damage abilities that help him snipe down people, whereas Coralie the Dark Elf has a lot of abilities that make her fast and give her dodge and let her shred someone who happens to be shooting arrows at her.
And also one thing to point out, I mean, I've mentioned, is that every character in the game has 5 abilities. So this isn't something where you grind up and attempt to get like this whole stable and then it's like knowing to min-max or whatever. This is about giving everybody the same 5 abilities and who's the best with those abilities. And that was sort of the core kind of, this is how we inspired by shooters, we're inspired by that kind of fast gameplay, give everyone the same footing and let them kind of...
Per career.
Yeah.
Again, you play MMOs, and what happens is, over your course of your 748,000 hours of grinding, you end up with 62 million abilities. And this one's a really good ability, because it does 2%, 4%, 3%, 1% when you're standing on left leg. And this one does 6%, 8%, 4%, 2%, but you see it stacks. It stacks. It's got a 2% additional stack buff. And the problem with that is that it's a bit dull. So what we did is we said, how about we
Hardcore.
Hardcore. How about we take the 86,563,000 abilities and, I don't know, have a cool character and, I don't know, give him 5 cool ones.
All right, yeah, we go.
And actually,
I like you, Dark Age.
And then what we did is we did it with the special abilities as well. Because again, when you're playing the MMO and you've been playing for like 600 hours and you suddenly get slightly more, slightly better, slightly improved hit, then what we do is we make the blur effect last for like 4 nanoseconds longer and has 2 sparkles on it. And rather than 1 sparkle, which only has a 2%, 4%, 6%, 8%. So what we're able to do instead is we're able to lay out all the special effects of the orc and say, I don't know, as we've only got 5 abilities, why don't we just pick, I don't know, 5 coolest looking abilities and just use them. See, it's just the same theory. That just might be the theory.
Would you classify that under cool
By the
shit?
way, Ken Hawley, well done on picking the most beautiful icons that don't
Yeah,
look like
get off
that.
the slide. Next slide.
Well done.
So after we figure out, or during the process while we're figuring out what they're going to look like and what their abilities are going to be, we also look at their character development. That's right. Our heroes have character. Okay, well, maybe not all of them have character, but they have a purpose, they have a backstory. There is a reason why they behave the way they do. And for some of them, there are tragic stories. Poor Nethys.
Aw.
She wasn't always a blood-sucking vampire.
But that is not herpes on her mouth. If I have one more person ask me, it's blood, she's a vampire. No, it's not herpes, it's blood.
Herpes blood.
She didn't always have a communicable disease. At one point, she was an innocent little girl and she was taken advantage of, which led her to make a tragic decision.
I feel like this is going down a dark path. Who's next?
But anyway, let's just illustrate all of that. We take it very seriously, that they each have character. They each have voiceover in the game that's been recorded. In Nethys' case, the majority of that voiceover work was done with varying degrees of horrible French accents. So I sat through 24 to 48 hours of auditions and found one that worked and got to play it for everybody else so they could laugh. It was really fun.
I don't think it's there. You keep pointing.
Yeah,
No, it's probably over there.
Do I have to
somewhere.
do a rain dance or something? Oh, yeah.
Oh no,
my
that's
bad.
that's a little bit.
I totally forgot. For the first time, we have Nethys video for you guys. Nobody else has seen it. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Good video. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.